The story of dragons, guardians of fire and wisdom tonight. Let us travel to a time beyond memory, to a world shaped by fire, wind, and ancient skies. This is the story of dragons. Long before cities rose and maps were drawn, people across the world spoke of great creatures that ruled the skies. These creatures were dragons, beings of strength and mystery, feared by some, respected by others, and never forgotten. Dragons appeared in stories from many lands. In the mountains of Europe, they were seen as powerful guardians of treasure. In the skies of Asia, they were symbols of wisdom, balance, and good fortune. Though their forms were different, their meaning was always deep. Dragons were never ordinary creatures. They were born of the elements fire, water, earth, and air. Their wings carried them above storms. Their eyes saw far beyond the present moment. And their breath, whether flame or mist, reminded humans of nature's power. In ancient times, people believed dragons did not serve humans. They watched over the world instead. A dragon would not appear without reason. It appeared when balance was broken, when greed grew too strong, when fear ruled hearts, or when courage was needed most. In the old legends, villages spoke of a great dragon sleeping beneath the mountains. It slept for centuries, listening to the earth itself. When humans lived in harmony, the dragon rested peacefully. But when humans forgot respect for the land, for each other, the dragon would awaken. Not to destroy, but to remind. Fire in dragon stories was never only about destruction. It was also about transformation. Fire clears old ground. Fire creates warmth. Fire forges strength. In this way, dragons taught an important lesson. Power must be guided by wisdom. Some stories tell of brave heroes who faced dragons. But the wisest stories say the hero did not win by force alone. The hero won by understanding. A dragon could not be defeated by anger. It responded to calm. It respected courage mixed with humility. Those who approached dragons with greed were turned away. Those who approached with fear were ignored. But those who approached with honesty were often rewarded, not with gold, but with knowledge. In Eastern traditions, dragons were seen as protectors of rivers and rain. They brought life to the land, ensuring crops would grow and seasons would flow as they should. These dragons were long and graceful, moving like clouds across the sky. They reminded people that strength does not always roar. Sometimes, it flows quietly. Across cultures, dragons lived long lives, far longer than humans. Because of this, they understood time differently. They did not rush. They did not waste energy. They waited. From dragons, people learned patience. They learned that not every battle must be fought. Not every challenge must be rushed. And not every answer comes quickly. As centuries passed, dragons slowly faded from the skies. Or perhaps people simply stopped seeing them. The world grew louder, faster, and more crowded. Ancient stories became myths. Myths became fairy tales. Yet dragons never truly disappeared. They remained in symbols, stories, and imagination. They lived on as reminders of something humans once understood deeply, that the world is powerful, and we are only part of it. Even today, dragons still speak to us. They speak of courage, not the loud kind, but the quiet strength to face fear. They speak of balance between power and restraint. They speak of wisdom earned through time, patience, and listening. And perhaps the greatest lesson dragons offer is this: true strength is not about control. It is about responsibility. As you listen tonight, imagine a dragon resting beneath the stars. Not watching with anger, but with calm understanding. Waiting, as dragons always have, for humans to remember what matters. And as the night grows deeper and your thoughts become still, remember, the dragon lives wherever wisdom meets courage. And wherever power is guided by kindness. Dragons remind us that imagination carries truth. That ancient stories still guide modern hearts. And that within each of us lives a quiet fire meant not to burn the world, but to light the way. Good night, and thank you for listening.